Well, good morning to Randa. My name is Amana Sharma. I'm faculty of EC department, faculty from EC department. In the last lecture, video lectures, we have seen the definition of Laplace transform and properties of Laplace transform, and also we have gone through the relation between Laplace transform and Fourier transform, and we have also seen the properties of Laplace transform, and some of the problems has been solved in that. So now we are trying to move to the next one, that is calculation of the inverse Laplace transform. See, we have inverse Laplace transform formula. We have an integral for inverse Laplace transform formula, but that formula will not directly, because it has some complexity in the calculations of inverse Laplace transform using that formula. So usually we go for the partial fraction method. So partial fraction method, as we have already discussed in the earlier classes, that is in the previous years of our classes. So any function can be solved using partial fraction method by dividing that into these forms: a by s plus 1 and b. So if you know a and b are constant, if you know a and b, 1 by a by s plus 1 e power minus s, directly you can e power minus t, e power minus t, like that you can directly write. So this is one form. If you are having square in denominator, so you have to divide the function like this: a by s plus 1, b by s plus 2, c by s plus 2 whole square. If we are having square in this form like this, so a by s plus 1 plus bs plus c by s plus 4 and so on like this. So if you are having a function like this: a by s plus b by s square plus cs plus d by s square plus s plus 1, like that we have to divide the form and then find a, b, c, d values using this method. See, any function can be written as f of s can be written like this form. Then k0 value can be calculated by multiplying this function with s minus s0, and that is the denominator, and then substituting s equal to s0, you will get k0 value. Similarly, k1 value can be calculated by multiplying the function with s minus s1 and then substituting at s is equal to s1. So like that you can calculate the values of these constants. So this is the general. See, if you want the ith constant, then s minus sa, that equation, that is that constant's function denominator should be multiplied with the function fs and then substitute s equal to s. So this is how you can calculate the value of the constant. For example, consider this one. Calculate the inverse Laplace transform of x of s equal to s plus 2 by s square plus 7s plus 12. And where for minus 4 less than s less than 6, so directly they gave the values of s. Okay, that is indirectly he is giving the ROC. Okay. So now this fraction, this one can be written as s plus 2 by s plus 3. Denominator factors form s plus 3 into s plus 4. So s plus 3 into s plus 4, s greater than 3, and here what he has given, minus 4 less than s and s is less than 3, and minus rs is less. So it is somewhat left side function and right side, combination of left side and right side function. So we have two functions, that is a equal to 1 minus 1 and b equal to 2. By previous examples you can calculate a equal to minus 1 and b equal to 2. So minus 1 by s plus 3 and 2 by s plus 4. Now the inverse Laplace transform come occur like this: e power minus 1 minus 3 minus e power minus 3t u of minus t plus 2 into e power minus 4t u. Why here u of minus t is given? Because s is less than 3. Here s is greater than minus 4. rs is greater than 3, rs is less than 3. So less than can be left side function, or greater than function is right side function. So e power minus 3t u of minus t. Here minus is there, so here minus not minus. If minus is not here, then you have to put minus e power minus 3t u of minus t. 2 into e power minus 4t u of t. Like that you can solve the function by taking ROC into the account. This is ROC given. Next, you obtain the Laplace transform for the function 3s plus 7 by s square minus 2s minus 3. He has given three sections of ROC. First ROC is RE is greater than 3. Second ROC is RE is less than minus 1. Third ROC is REC is less than 3 but greater than minus 1. So a right side function and left side function and right side function. Okay, so the given function is 3s plus 2 by s square plus 2s plus 3. So this can be 3s plus 7 by s minus 3 into s plus 1. So factors, they are not taking the factor. Then a by s plus s minus 3 or k naught by s minus 3 plus k1 by x minus 3. And k naught k1 values are calculated by using these relations, and k naught equal to 4 and k1 equal to 1. Substituting 4 by s minus 3 minus 1 by s plus 1. Okay. Next, obtaining first case. First case, what is 1? REC is greater than 1, greater than 3. So REC is greater than 3. So in these two functions, this function is REC is greater than 1 and REC is minus 1. So the only the first function is obtained. So this pole is left side of the plane and this pole is 3. So this is the ROC he is asking. So e minus a to u of t is REC is greater than a. So the e power 4 e power 3t u of t minus e power minus t u of t, because this pole is exists on the left side. See, for example, if you plot the S plot, plus 3 is obtained here and minus 1 is obtained here, and he is asking the function which is having greater than 3. That means till these functions all this comes into picture. So e4 e power minus 3, so it is a valid function. If the question is asked like this, what is the value of the inverse Laplace transform which is greater than minus 1, then this function may not be obtained. Answer is only minus e power minus t u of t, because ROC does not contain any pole, but according to this function there must be 3. So we have to omit this function and write only the answer. Okay, clear? Next. RE is less than minus 1. Less than minus 1 is u of minus ut. So the answer is e power minus t 4 e power minus 3t u of minus t. In between function. So one is greater than and one is less than. So it is a common area between them. So for minus 1 it is u of minus t. For plus 3 u of, for plus 3 it is u of minus t. For minus 1 it is u of t. So 4 e power minus 3t u of minus t minus e power minus t u of t. Like that you can calculate the see, for these three functions the inverse Laplace transform is same, but the time domain functions are changed based on the RO. That is the beauty of ROC. Next to the causal and stable system. If an LTI system is said to be causal if all the poles of the function must be lie on the left side of ROC. Poles are like ROC left side, then they are said to be stable system. If a LTI system is said to be stable if and only if the ROC includes the j omega axis. If ROC includes j omega axis, that is the system is stable one. So these two are the basic definitions of stable and unstable systems. As I know, so these two are the stable and unstable definitions. Okay, so clear? With this the Laplace transform part will be over. Next session, the Z transform. Z transforms are applicable for the discrete functions.